Okay, so I sprayed the heck out of it. I did not use the Krylon fixative. I have now purchased 2 cans of this fixative and neither one of them is working. They are brand new, full cans, but they just don't spray. So I'm feeling very discouraged and I probably won't buy any more Krylon. I bought them from 2 different stores and neither one of them work. So I went ahead and used the Blick fixative, which I have to say, it is stinky, but it is the most reliable. All right, so it's gotten quite dark, and now I'm going to come back and bring up the lights, and I'm going to work from the back to the front, at least try to, and starting with the sky. And I didn't clean up the other day, so all my stuff is sitting out here, which it's not the best. So let's just see. Oops, oh no, I do not have this down tight. Just gotta check the camera one more time too. Okay, so far I've wasted 2 minutes. So that's kind of good. That brightened up the sky. I'm not going to worry if I cut into the trees too much because I'm going to work from the back to the front, so I'll come back over the trees. And fill in those sky holes a little bit more. I just still cannot figure out what to do about all these bare trees, how to make that look right. Okay. Wonder what this would do. So I'm using just a really light pressure. So I think that's okay. I don't want it to look like a sunny day because it's not. But there is a little blue in it, so. So I use sort of a greenish, a blue, a greenish gray, and this is just barely violet. And I think that's okay. All right, so I think I'm gonna redraw the tree trunks in a little bit so I don't totally mess it up. I don't know if I want that one, but. All right, so maybe something like that. Tree trunks look really gray to me, so. Maybe just something like that. Maybe a little, try to add a little blue into them. Just a suggestion, really. Yeah, just a suggestion of the trees back there, not like everything. All right, and now the tree limbs. I mean, all the million little tiny branches. It kind of looks better, I think. Let's try just a little olive in it. So somebody asked this really good question the other day. It's like, how do you know when you have the right color? And well, the answer is you just know. But that's not a very helpful answer. So I guess the best thing I can say is you try it. I don't know until I try it, and you've all probably seen me pick up things and say, oh no, that's not it. But sometimes, even if it's not the right color, it can be part of the right color. So and just because it's the right or the color I want doesn't mean it's the right color for you. And one thing I've really found is that just because it works this time in your painting doesn't mean it's going to work next time. So it doesn't really, in a way, it doesn't help me to know what works because it might only work this one time. It would have been good maybe if I'd used that darker purple first. I just don't know. So I'm just trying things. I don't know what's going to work. I have my hopes, but beyond that, I just I have to try it and see. So what are you? Are you the same thing? And then another thing that really makes a difference is how hard you press on it. Because this, I'm not sure that's a different color, but using it with more pressure now like I am. I guess it is a little lighter. God, look how I line these up perfectly evenly. Try to do something else there to mix that up so it's not 3, 4. Little blobs of stuff. And I also can't really tell you why I decide to do what I decide to do next. It's kind of just a feeling like, oh, I want to work here. But it's kind of a feeling that doesn't even make it ever to words. It's just kind of next thing I know, I'm working here. God, I still feel like maybe I would like something a little darker showing through. This particular kind of tree, whatever it is, just become my nightmare tree. There's this one that's so beautiful, and there's another one right down the street from me that's also so beautiful, and, well, I just can't get it. And then, of course, there's the problem that pretty soon here I'm going to put as much pastel on this tree as I can. Okay, well, I think it looks better, so I think I'll move on and put some of this other darker green up in here. I remember how I said I was going to try to work from the back to the front. Well, I didn't really do that down here, did I? All right. So I've got this in my hand. I think I'll work up here on these guys too. Okay, yeah, those are in front. Okay, so that's good. They're in front of the trees, the bare trees. Oh, I could use a darker green. Is that you? I don't know. Oh, I think that one's lighter. No, it's exactly the same. All right, well, maybe a darker blue then. I don't know, I'm just trying to put in a few darks. It's really hard to reach it over there, just to give that a little more depth. And to be sure these things that stick out, these branches that stick out, really look like they're in front of those tree limbs, which I think that does. Okay, maybe I should work on the grass back here a little bit before I do my white tree. Well, I have to say, I love it after it's been sprayed. I love the way it acts. I think I'd like that grass back there to be a little bluer. It might not really be true, but I don't want it to pop forward. It's really popping forward right now. All right, and this is the reflection, which unfortunately looks like a sky reflection. Now it looks like a lizard green reflection. Okay, try this. No, that didn't help either. Good night. Okay. Okay, that's better. It's a lot darker than I thought, but I think it's a lot better. So let's just see then what this grass is going to do. Okay, so good. That looks like it's coming forward, probably a little too much, but well, okay, so white tree. White tree in shadow, I guess, more specifically. Okay, so well, it'd be good maybe to use a real white on it, huh? Oh yeah, quite a difference. I thought I was to the, maybe as light as I could get, but this is much lighter. This is really white. And I think it's a Great American. Sorry, I always have to look at the box. I can't remember what I'm doing. Great American Artworks, yeah. Okay. I wish that box had a pink in it. I think I'd be really excited if I had a pink. Let's see if this will. Just feel like I need one more level up of lightness on this tree. Okay, and now there's the dang bridge, which I'm just gonna try to find something with like a little pointy edge so I can draw the bridge. Oh, golly. Bad. I missed the edge of the pastel. So now I have to try to get rid of that. I swear I just can never find a dark enough gray. Oh my God, look at that. I should try that somewhere here. little more reddish purple. It's a new pastel, but it's not going down great, but kind of good enough to add just a little bit of that. All right, but now I'm back to looking for a darker gray or blue. Wow, that just like polished it. It didn't even, just like did something to the paper weird, like buffed it or something. Oh yes, and then underneath there we can see this coming under. Wow, I don't know. Let's see what these things are that are still wrapped up in paper. Oh, that looks like a very dark gray. And it's got a sharp edge. And broken half. Okay, you go over there. So, you know, maybe it would just be a lot easier to use pastel pencils here. I don't know. Now I wonder, does this need to go on the edge of the water? I guess it kind of does right there. I don't know what that is, but I think that looks better than, and then let's see if we can get this to come in front. And here too. Something weird right in there. Okay. So now that, to me, really stands out like it shouldn't. I'm just going to try a little pink on it. I kind of like that better. And then look at this, lined right up with the little path. So I'll make that come down a little more. That blue in there looks too strong too. The blue I've got for my grass in the shadow back there. I feel like I don't have a green. What? No one's ever heard that before. I don't have enough greens. I feel like as the colors get more and more complex and rich, that you just can't have a place that, I just can't have a place that only has one color in it. Because to me, it stands out then as not being as finished as the rest. Good night. Okay, there's not too much green in the reflections. This needs to curve more. Really, who knows what's going on over there? I'm just praying it goes under the frame. Right in there. And I don't want that rock to stand out too much. Not like it really does stand out a lot. And I just don't want it to. Oh my God, and now we've got the reflections. So remember all that stuff I said about working on the reflections at the same time? What a good idea that is. Yeah, I've got to work on them. So I've got to cover it all. I can't just leave it uncovered after I sprayed it, I don't think, but don't know what to do. See what this is. I think I need some purple. Purple. But maybe I don't have to work on it as much as I did the real thing and not the reflection. All right, so I'd say I'm trying to lead your eye up and back like that. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna make some more lights in the water over here. Trying to keep pulling you in there, and this is kind of pulling you out. So just darken that a little bit as it's over here on this edge. Should I draw in a little of the shapes of the stones, maybe? Okay, so I got that bush and I got that grass. I hated that bush. And what's really funny is I was there the other day. This picture was taken last year, and someone else hated that bush because it's gone and something new is planted there. So now I feel kind of bad for the bush. So I'm always looking for a light, a half light, and a dark at the minimum. All right, so back there's got to be a little lighter. Can't be as dark as this bush. And I just wonder, should I make this edge harder? And I definitely want to break that edge more. Oh, you know what? I didn't put any. Probably need some light colors in my water is the problem here. Some of these light, not as light as the white, but something to show this is that tree right there. God, we still got this thing. Cannot find anything that works. So you can only decide about the foreground as you decide about the things that are right behind it. And I felt like there really shouldn't be anything as dark right behind the tree as the stuff that was in, as this shouldn't be as dark as the darks in the tree. But now I'm having trouble. I guess I'm going to try some yellow. Probably too yellow. I'll try some of it in the grass too while I'm at it. There, beautiful sunny day grass. It's a gray day, I just remind you in case you've forgotten. I need an olive green. Got to do something about this grass too. Have I mentioned that I hate grass? Oh, and I didn't do the shadow. I didn't do that grass either. The shadow under the tree, the bush. I just have to stand up and take a look at it. All right, well this line just looks too solid to me, so I was going to see if I can break that up a little. Oh boy, about at the end here. So in terms of how much pastel the paper will take. And there's a funny little shape right here. And that did not help. I feel like I just wish there wasn't quite so much stuff going on right there. I think I'll put some blue in it. All right, well, now we have no idea what's going on back there, but maybe that's better than some sort of bad idea. All right, well, I think I'll quit. All right, thank you so much.